um, PulseChain was supposed to be deflationary, and it easily still can be. All they would have to do is change some parameters about the block rewards. But do you think PulseChain is going to remain deflationary now?
Well, I've been reading up on ETH's plan too, and like you said, we can change some things, some parameters there to do certain fundamentals and go certain directions. But for ETH, for example, I mean, it's still technically inflationary, but they think eventually the burn EIP 1559 and all that stuff is eventually going to, maybe it'll flip. Like it'll be like, okay, we're burning more than it's getting generated, all that stuff. So with PulseChain, I don't know, like, that was a big thing. Oh, it's gonna be deflationary. But now we're doing 2.0. I think maybe some things could be tweaked. I really haven't thought about. Yeah, I'm trying to speculate less on the tokenomics because it's just we haven't heard anything from Richard. That's the one thing we haven't heard from Richard is the tokenomics side. So it's definitely possible, but I wonder if it's going to be some core change. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. So core changes like actually changing parameters that maybe depend on burning or depend on supply, stuff of that nature. And then there could also be just some other feature that's added on, which may require more dev time. So maybe that's not the route he wants to go. I feel like another reason he keeps sticking with PulseX being V2, Uniswap V2, is he doesn't want to delay the launch anymore. I speculate. So maybe that's one reason. Maybe there's some other fundamentals involved too. But there's a couple different ways you could change the inflation, the deflationary parts of it. I don't know. I hesitate to think of whatever it is. I think it's going to be the right move because he, again, 40 chess. This guy knows how to make the best products. I think he'll decide.
I got to agree with you there, though. I think if it ever came down to a design decision that would take more time versus less time, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Richard's going to pick whatever's faster because at this point, he just wants to fucking launch. Like, I mean, that's what I would do if I was in his shoes. And I can kind of tell from his whole demeanor. He just wants to get it out the door, not sacrificing quality, but if there's a crazy new feature that would take an extra couple of months, versus, hey, keep it the same or keep it simple, stupid. And hey, maybe the validators don't get to be so profitable. I'd be okay with that. I'd probably still run a validator anyway,